One girl, 100 guys. That was a lot. Hola, hola, hola a todos. Tu prima favorita, Bobby here. Welcome back to the Cousins Corner. It's tu prima favorita, Bobby, and I just like to talk. I'm gonna go ahead and give my little unsolicited opinion on the girl that let 100 guys or 101 guys run day. Now, I am in no way trying to shame this girl. She can make decisions as she wants to. She's a grown up, she's an adult. She can choose to do whatever it is that she wants to do with her content. I will say, however, I do not feel bad for her when she came back crying about the way that she felt after the deed was done. But I also want to say that I am not laughing at her for that either. The thing that I want to speak to about that is, what did you expect? I understand that we are in this day and age where we want to push this whole female liberation thing and women can be just like the guys and whatever the case may be. But I want people to understand that the act of giving yourself to somebody else or receiving somebody else is not just a physical exchange. And this is not just speaking for men or not just speaking for women. This is in line with both sexes. It doesn't matter who you are. It might affect you differently, but it's still an energetic exchange. For her going into this thinking that it was just something that she was going to do, something that she was going to try to make great content or whatever, and then to be surprised about the emotional repercussions that it had on her, to me, it was just very, very foolish for her to not really realize that, yes, duh, what did you expect? And again, this is not me attacking that girl, because maybe this is something that she needed to learn. Maybe this is a part of her journey. I don't know. I didn't create her, so I can't cast judgment on her. But what I will say, for anybody who has that mentality of thinking of, oh, sexual liberation and I can do what I want and people can do what they want, I am here to tell you that sex is always going to be an energetic exchange. And it doesn't matter if you are a female or if you are a male, it is going to affect you in some type of way. It might not affect you the way with one person as it will with 100 people or 100 plus people, but it is going to affect you in some type of way. And if you are a person who is out here being careless with your body, careless with your sexual energy, careless with who you let in and what you give out and who you give that to, it is going to come back and it is going to affect you. Men can sit up here all day and tell you, well, we're not women, so it doesn't affect us the same. It doesn't hit us the same. Just because you don't process emotions the same does not mean it's not the same. Whereas she was crying about it, right? She was crying because it took a toll on her. She didn't expect to feel the way that she felt. She guised it in this whole, well, it's because I couldn't give people what they expected or what they wanted. He asked for more than 2 minutes and I was only able to give him 2 minutes. Honey, that's not what was affecting you. What was affecting you was the fact that you gave yourself away at such a low cost. What was affecting you is the fact that you exchanged that energy with these strangers, giving them yourself and allowing them to enter your body. And for men who like to say that, oh, well, men and women don't see sex as the same, miss me with that BS, okay? Just because you might not cry afterwards, you still will experience something. If you're wondering why you're walking around emotionally drained, why you're not able to focus, why you're not able to self-actualize in the way that you want to as a man, why you're not able to be as ambitious as you want to as a man, that might not be the same as what that woman experienced. It is still a reaction to the fact that you don't have discipline with your body, that you're out here giving your energy away to just anybody or allowing anyone to give you their energy. Just because you aren't crying and throwing up and sliding down the wall does not mean that it's not affecting you the same. And I am so sick of people trying to bear this rhetoric that it is a difference for men and women. It might not affect you exactly the same, but it's still going to affect you in some way. You cannot afford to give out that part of yourself to just anybody. And when you do, you are going to face the repercussions of it. Whether that means that you're going to feel it more emotionally at a level where you're crying and feeling defeated and feeling used, or you're going to feel it in a level where you have low ambition, where you have low drive, where you have low self-esteem, or whatever the case may be. Your sexual energy is extremely important. The energy that you use to have these sexual acts or exchanges with people is the same energy that you use to create. It is the same energy that you use to manifest. It is the same energy that you use to visualize. It is the same energy that you use to co-create your environment, your reality, and your future. And if you don't understand that, you will forever put yourself in this pattern where you're not understanding why you are not actualizing at the level that you would like to. For the woman who sat there and did that, I would love for her to understand that the reason why you felt sad afterwards, when you could only give that man 2 minutes, when he spoils you and he wanted 5, or whatever the case may be. I'm sorry, y'all. I watch a lot of YouTube and I just hear clips and get glimpses of these things that are happening. It's not because of that, babes. It is because of the fact that you allowed yourself to be used like an empty vessel. You did not value yourself enough. So you allowed yourself to take on this challenge to see how far you could get. And now you're feeling the repercussions of that. And it's so crazy to me how these girls, these models or whoever will sit up here and talk about women who try to talk them out of doing these things of, you're just jealous because I'm making money and we're in a new time and it's sexual liberation and we should be able to do what we want, only to turn around and say, oh my God, I feel like I don't know if I can say the S word. I feel like you know what. And it is because that sexual energy that you are using is supposed to be used on other things. One is supposed to be used on your partner, on that physical connection that you have with somebody else who is giving you that kindness, that care, that love, and the consideration that you are also giving out. And 2, it is given to you to be harnessed and used in a way where you can create the things around you. If you are taking that and you are allowing anybody to just have access to that, you are always going to come up short. Man or woman, you are always going to come up short. And I'm tired of the conversation that is different. It's not different. And I need for people to understand that your sexual energy is something that is truly, truly, truly powerful, and it is truly, truly, truly important. And you should not be playing around with that, and you should not be allowing anybody else to play around with it. So anybody else who is looking at those things thinking that it's just fun and games, using your body in the name of liberation because it feels good, and you should be allowed to experience 101 guys or whatever, or 101 girls, or whatever the case may be. I need you to understand that that ain't it. You were put on this earth for things that are far greater than that are far greater creations than that. You were not put on this earth to create content so people can get their rocks off and pay you. And if you have an issue with that, I don't know, take it up with your mama. That's my belief and I'm not changing on it. Anyway, feel free to drop your comments down below. Please feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe. This is Su Prima Favorita Bobby here. Thank you for joining me in the Cousins Corner, and I will see you next time. Bye.